Hello again and welcome to the fifth demo of our MAVO application. And what this application does is it allows you to create beautiful repeating linear gradients. So here I have a linear gradient loaded, and it's basically just a gradient that goes to the bottom, and it has two values, red and 26 pixels, and orange 55 pixels. So what we'll do is just get rid of this. We'll add a new linear gradient, and we'll use all these three examples. I'll be recreating these three examples in this demo so that you could have a better understanding of how to use these controls to be able to create your own repeating linear gradients in your project. So let's begin. So the first repeating linear gradient, we have a color by itself. So let's just copy this. Let's add another color. Let's set the pixels to 0 on the first color because we don't need a value. We just need the color. But on the second one, we need the color and a value of 20 pixels. So let's add the color and then change it to 20 pixels. Now, as you can see, as I move the slider, it changes inside the output here. So let's change it to 20 pixels. Now, third color, add a next color, and this time we're gonna do 20 pixels again. So change it to 20 pixels. If I could get this thing just right, that would be great. Okay, now the last one, we just copy the color, and this time it's gonna be 25 pixels. So add color and 25 pixels. So this is our first linear gradient. So let's move on to the second one now. Now let's see how this one will look. So we could just remove the color by hovering over the box with the blue border, and you'll see a trash icon pop up, and you could click on the red trash icon to delete this color. To add a new color, you could just click on the green button with the plus sign. So this time we need more precision of where we want our linear gradient to start. So we have 45 degrees. So let's change this to precision and add 45 inside this box. Now we don't need a position for the position to describe where we want our linear gradient to start, because in our example we just have 45 degrees. So let's move on to the colors now. Now this color does not have a value, it's just the color, so we could just bring it down to 0. Move on to the second color. And this one has a value of 15%. So now we click on the drop down that says pixels, and we find percent. And then we change it to 15. Okay, 15. And the last color, and this has a value of 20%, so change it to percent and 20. It's a bit tricky to get it to 20, look, apparently. Okay, well, that's the closest that we could get just for right now, but this is the look of your new gradient. Now let's move on to the last gradient here. So let's delete all this, add linear gradient. As you notice, we have two repeating linear gradients here. We have this one and we have the second one. So let's begin. The first one just has a color of transparent. So if we look at our output, we have the word to top, and we don't need that. We just want to begin with the color. So to begin with the color, we select the general, we change it to precision, and then just have these be empty. So now we could move on to having colors. So transparent, we could drop this down to 0 to remove the value. We add another color now, copy the color, put it in, change it to 40 pixels. So 39. If I could just get this to 40, that would be great. Okay, 39 will do. It's still close. So now we add another linear gradient. And this time it says 0.25 turn. And 0.25 turn is the same as 90 degrees. If it's you're looking at 0.25 out of 1, which is a quarter, and a quarter of 360 is 90 degrees. 360 degrees, so it's 90 degrees. So we could change this to change the direction from general to precision, and then change this to 90. Now the first color is transparent. We could drop this down to 0, and we could just copy the second color and have a value of 20 pixels. So let's see, we're looking over here now. Yep, 20 pixels. So this is the look of our new gradient. Looks kind of complex, looks very beautiful in my opinion. So there you have it. This concludes the demo of this repeating linear gradient using MAVO.